I just clicked on their profile to check their page, and I could not access the page. They had blocked me. I lost 400 Ghana cedis because I got scammed by an Instagram store. Entertainment. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Nanaya. Thank you for clicking on this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. So today, as you can see from the title, it's going to be a jollof mukbang plus a story time. I'm going to be giving you guys a story time about the time I got scammed by an Instagram store. I don't want to talk too much. I don't want to waste much time. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Guys, so this is going to be a very short story. Well, not so short, but yeah, I have my food here. It's from Perfect Touch. That's where I got this food from. So yeah, let me just open this up. Let me just get right into this. I don't like taking jollof with black pepper. I do not know why. I just don't. Let me just get into this. Okay guys, so let's start the story time. So it happened during the the corona break, during lockdown. Everyone was at home, and it was around that time that it got to a point that everyone was going into either YouTube, influencing, makeup. Like a lot of people were trying to do something during that break because everyone was bored at home and all that. So as you guys all know, it was around that time that I entered YouTubing. So I had been doing YouTube for months, for like 5 months, and it was kind of hard recording using natural sunlight because that meant that I could only record videos during the afternoon, which was very inconvenient because I had to schedule. If the sun doesn't come out, no video. So I decided to get a ring light because I knew I needed a ring light. So I went on Instagram and I searched for ring light stores. I'm come. Okay guys, as I was saying, so I went on Instagram because I needed a ring light like ASAP. So I went on Instagram, I searched, I looked for various ring light stores. I just typed ring light store Ghana, because I wanted a place in Ghana. I didn't want to order from outside Ghana because shipping and all that. So I just searched for maybe Ghana ring light store or something like that. So I got quite a number of stores. I went through the pages. Some of the pages were small, some were big and all that, and I finally got a page. The handle was the ring light store GH. Right now, if you look it up on Instagram, you're not going to find it because they have changed the handle because they know what they've done and they know what they do and they know how they are. So I went through the page, and God, the page seemed so legit. They had reviews, they had highlights with reviews on their page, they had their customers posted, like people who bought from them posted and all that. They had pictures of the ring lights, they had like phone numbers, and oh my God, the page seemed legit. So I was like, okay, let me be fast and order this ring light because I knew that I was going to up my YouTube game. It was going to make me record more videos even more consistently. I think this was, I don't know which month this was around. I think this was around June, or this was around July, August, or August, September. I don't know. I'll check and put the month here. I texted the page, I texted them, and like in a short while they replied. I was happy. I was all that. I asked them for the prices. They gave me the prices of 10 inches ring light, 14 inches, up to 20 something inches. All the prices were there. So I decided that I'm going to get the 14-inch ring light, which was 400 cedis. So I was like, hey, 400 cedis is quite a lot. And they were like, oh, this it's actually really cheap for a ring light because other stores sell it really expensive. So I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. I was really excited to, you know, get this ring light. So after they gave me all the details about the ring light, it came with a remote control, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes, when can I send the money? 400 cedis. They gave me the number and I was like, okay, I'm gonna send it, I'm gonna get this ring light and all that. And oh, I asked them how much delivery would be, and they were like, oh, it will be 20 cedis. And they didn't even ask for my location, they just said, oh, delivery will be 20 cedis, which I now realize that I should have thought about that, because that was pretty sketchy. You don't even know where I am, you're telling me that delivery will be 20 cedis. They just wanted to get me to pay on time. And I was like, oh, are there any, you know, extra charges, you know, based on where I live or something? They're like, oh, no, nothing like that. Just 20 cedis for delivery. That's fine. I was like, cool. I really should have thought of it. It didn't make sense because you don't even know where I am. Yeah, telling me delivery is 20 cedis, you know. Okay, guys, back to the story. So after they sent me the details to send them the money, I was like, oh, okay, I'll pay tomorrow. That was like the next day. They were like, oh, sure. So the next day came and they texted me and they were like, oh, do I still want the ring light? I was like, yeah, I'll send the money soon. So that evening, you know, I had been saving the money for a very long time. You know, I didn't just get the 400 cedis. I had been saving for some time because I knew I wanted a ring light. I remember I had 385 cedis. I had 385 cedis. And that day that they texted whether I still wanted the ring light, I was like, oh, I'm going to pay soon because I really needed a ring light and I wanted to, you know, just need to hurry up and get it. You know what I'm trying to say? So that very evening, I looked for money and I got money and I got exactly 400 cedis and I was really excited about it. And I told my sister to come with me because I don't have a personal mobile money account and her mobile money account was empty. So I told my sister to accompany me. So we went to one of those retailers. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we went to send the money. We got to the shop and, you know, we're sending 400 cedis. I sent the money. So immediately I sent the money, I called the number to tell them that, oh, I've sent the money, blah, blah, blah. I called once, they didn't answer. So I was like, that's suspicious. That's weird. I called again, they didn't answer. And my other sister was like, hey, if it's a scam, just, you know, reverse the transaction. And I was like, well, let me call them again. So I called them and I told them, and they actually picked up. The third time they picked up and they were like, oh yeah, we've received the money. You're going to receive your ring light tomorrow, first thing tomorrow morning. Don't worry. I was like, oh, okay, thank you and all that. So we went back home. So the next morning, I texted them. I was like, hi, hey. If I get a chat, I'm going to insert the chat here. I was like, hi, hey, I've still not received the ring light. Hello, hi, hello. And they weren't responding. They're like, oh yeah, you get it. So you get it soon. That was like the last thing they sent me. And I was like, oh, at least it's not a scam, thank God. Because I really suffered to get that money. Like, it was my savings, that 400 cedis. It was my savings. So I was like, nah, thank God that it's not a scam. So I waited and it wasn't coming. I started texting. They weren't responding. They weren't getting back to me. And I was like, if this is a scam, please send me back my money. I got emotional in those chats. I told them that I had saved for a long time and I want to use it for my YouTube. And they shouldn't do that to me. I'll put all the chats here. If I find them, I'm going to put them here. So I was talking to them. I begged. Come and see Nanaya. I sent a voice note begging them, telling them not to take my money away, because I really needed a ring light and it really hurt. Because like I was supposed to record a YouTube video the day after, but I didn't record it because I had broken down completely. So I decided that, okay, let me just calm down and wait for some time and text them again and see. Okay guys, so I waited for some time and I went on Instagram. I still texted, no reply. And I just decided to check their page out. I just, you know, clicked on their profile to check their page and I could not access the page. They had blocked me. They blocked me, guys. When I saw it, I was like, nah. I was like, this can't be. This is impossible. Don't tell me this. Like, there were tears in my eyes. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to pretend. I cried. I sent voice notes upon voice notes, telling them it was the only thing I had and I really needed a ring light. Still nothing. And then I just gave up and I was like, blocked me. Okay, it's fine. I think if I get a chance, that's the last thing you see them. So I was heartbroken. I was still thinking, even after I had sent that text, I was still thinking, I was still crying. And something popped into my mind. Maybe it's not too late to go and reverse the transaction. I hurried up, I picked up my phone with the number, the mobile money number, and I rushed to the retailer that I sent the money through. So when I got there, I told her that, I want to reverse the transaction. She was like, okay, how much did you send? Lest I forget. When I went to send the money, it was a man that was there. But when I went to reverse the transaction, there was a woman, and she was like, she has to first call the man that was there and confirm that I actually came to send money. So she called him, and he was like, yeah, I remember she sent 400 CDs. But he said he was at church. She said he had to come and reverse it. So the woman took my number and all that. And yeah, so later on the woman called me, told me that the man was in. So I went back to the retailer and he tried to reverse the transaction. And guys, honestly, this life is very, very unfair. So when he tried to reverse the transaction, the account that I sent the 400 CDs to was empty. In other words, immediately I told them I sent the money, they withdrew the money out of their account. So there was absolutely zero amount of money in that account. They had taken my money away. I didn't know what to do, and the retailers, they were like two, the woman and the man. So they started asking me that, who did you send it to? Did you send it to a wrong person? I was like, no, I was getting something on an Instagram store, and they were like, that online thing, ordering thing online, they'll take your money away. Don't be trusting, blah, blah, blah. I was like, God. Honestly, this is not a time. This is not a time at all. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. Honestly, this is not the time. I just gathered myself and I went home. I had lost 400 Ghana cedis. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to cry at that point. I just wanted to lay down. I was angry, but I was sad and I was crying at the same time. So I told my older sister about this, and she tried to help me get my money back. She told one of my uncles, and he said, he'll try. We tried calling the contact. They didn't pick up. They didn't answer. One of my uncles told me that if they're actually scammers and they've actually taken the money and they know they've taken the money, then they are not going to answer any unknown number. So we should wait for some time and he'll see what he can do. So yeah, I was sad and all that, but I just kind of tried to let it go after days after days. So I tried to, continue making videos with my sunlight, regardless of what had happened. It was paining me, but you have to move, you have to keep moving in this life, you know what I'm saying? Okay guys, so long story short, I lost my money, and up till now, and it has been months, and still my uncle wasn't able to do anything about it. No one was able to do anything about it, and yet I lost 400 Ghana cedis because I got scammed by an Instagram store. So yeah, now I have a ring light that I'm using thanks to my elder sister, because she looked for ring light stores, legit stores, and she paid half of it for me, and then I paid half. So yeah, all I can tell you from this story is that if you want to purchase anything online, make sure that you go through the page very, very well. There are a lot of influencers online that plug you to legit stores. Get an influencer who can plug you to good Instagram stores, because like me, the page seemed so legit. Like, you can go through the page, I saw reviews, I saw clients happy with the ring lights. I was like, oh yes, got a ring light, let me get this ring light and get going. But it was all a scam. So you know, the best thing to do is to get a good influencer who can plug you to good stores and all that. Okay guys, this brings me to the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from this story. Be safe online, be safe while using the internet. There are thieves around, there are scammers around, the people who like to take your money. There are bad people around, so beware while you are, purchasing stuff online. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys on my next video. Until my next video, bye guys.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.